More trouble for Naira. Expert react as federal government plans to tax forex transactions on black market. Can you imagine? So people that buy dollar or sell dollar from black market are going to be taxed. But even on the government rate, you don't have it available. So what are you trying to do? To strangulate the country? Strangulate everybody? What a country. I tell you. So people that have legitimate business to do abroad will not be able to get the dollar because the government cannot provide it. The black market also should stop because of taxation. What and that will further skyrocket the value of naira, because if the people that are doing it on the parallel market are going to be taxed, then of course that will increase the exchange rate again to recover the tax, and that will further kill the naira. These people, do they even think at all? Eh? Wow. The federal government may consider taxing Nigerians who use the black market to exchange their forex earnings. This was one of the recommendations put forward by Tinubu's Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee. The committee, headed by Taiwo Oyedele, said the new tax will discourage Nigerians from using the black market. Dave Ibemere is okay for using the black market. Dave Ibemere is a senior editor with over 10 years of experience covering business and economy. So that is what he's trying to put his profile there. The value of the naira could slide even further in the black market against the US dollar as the federal government plans to impose excise duties penalties on foreign exchange transactions conducted outside the official market window very soon. This new tax is part of the recommendations presented by the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, led by Taiwo Oyedele, to the federal government to boost revenue. Can you imagine? The committee expects the excise duty not only will help generate revenue for the government, but also discourage patronage of the black market business, they report. Providing details via his ex, formerly known as Twitter account, he explained that the recommendation is meant to promote transparency, encourage ease in business transaction, and enforce the single exchange rate system in the country. The first recommendations, he said, are imposition of extra duty on foreign exchange transactions outside the official market is part of what was proposed to the federal government. Permit the payment of taxes on foreign exchange currency denominated transactions in naira for Nigerian businesses. Digitalize Nigeria's FX regime and discourage speculative demands and hoarding of FX in cash. Discourage the FX verification portal. Discontinue the FX verification portal and requirement for certificate of capital importation and export procedure restriction. While the recommendations may seem perfect as the Central Bank of Nigeria pushes for a single exchange rate, it might end up causing the naira to weaken further from its current level of 1,301 naira to a dollar at the black market. Now, wow. And someone I bet is explaining here, the major challenge for naira is forex liquidity, and if the federal government goes ahead to implement the suggestion without having enough dollar in the official window, Nigeria will continue to patronize black market traders and will be very ready to pass on the excise duty cost, causing the naira to fall even further. Exactly. The major challenge is forex liquidity, and for the federal government to achieve its aim with the new tax, it must fix the issue of dollar supply, or it will be more trouble for naira. I agree with that. Also, reacting, former statistician general of Nigeria, Dr. Kemi Kale, took to X to raise concerns on the CBN decision. In his words, won't this lead to more FX being held in cash and outside the banking system? And for those that still choose to continue to use the financial system, won't it further widen the forex gap, since they now have to add those taxes into the exchange rate to compensate for them? It will. Federal government moves to crash the dollar with 10 billion naira inflow. That is not going to help. I'm sure of that. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government earlier said the country will soon see a $10 billion inflow into the economy. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy Wale Edu said the inflow will ease the pressure on the naira. It's not going to work because we know Nigeria, as the dollar is coming in, they are wiping it. All the dollar hawks in Nigeria, especially the political office holder, the influential politicians will wipe the dollar. The common man is not going to see it in the open market. It's not going to help. So that $10 billion is just a way of bringing money and then wiping it again and sharing it out there. So there are a few comments here. As I say, Tinubu and his team got no idea how to fix the economy. All they are doing is trial and error. That is it, and that is correct. To tax Forex, they will soon be going around collecting tax from people on the street. That's what they will do. Yeah? Oh my God, see the evil of having old men as president, as the old upstairs. Okay, are they old upstairs? Can't this one see that poverty is destroying the nation? No wahala. People are supporting the government, so everybody will collect the water. When we keep electing people that are headed to the grave, what do you expect? Even if dollar exchanges for 10,000 naira, Tinubu has enough to last his remaining years and isn't bothered if the country is collapsing. Imagine he is 50 years, he will surely want to leave a legacy he would look back at and take the glory. It is a pity almost double of where Buhari left it in just 5 months. That's how bad it is. It had doubled. Nigeria is completely finished since APC entered the Aso Rock and nothing else can change the situation. That means federal government cannot control BDC. We are really in trouble. That is exactly what we are into. Nigeria is really in trouble. And somebody say here, this one is street approach to fix the economy. Most BDCs